Well, viewers, thank you for staying tuned. Let me ask you, what sort of varieties, like, because I know that we have European varieties, and I know we were talking about the European settlers obviously coming to Australia back in the gold rush, and they brought the European varieties, and that they call that a sweet chestnut, yes?
Yes.
Now, but there are also other types, aren't there? Other varieties?
Look, in Australia, because of the gold rush, we had people coming from all over the world, and we've got chestnut strains from Korea, China, Japan,
Really?
America, and Europe. I would guess that probably 80%, 70 to 80% of the chestnuts in Australia are basically European styles, but
Right.
because of the genetic mix,
Yes.
we've now got some hybrids with some European and some Asian characteristics.
Amazing. And of course, there are roughly about 350 growers here in Australia. Now, what sort of output, like what sort of tonnage do we talk about?
Look, as everybody's aware, over the last 5 years or so, it's been very dry. So the production
Yes.
has been a little bit low. It's been operating at around 600 to 800 tonnes. But in a good year, we'll produce up to 1,200 tonnes of chestnuts in Australia.
It's huge, isn't it?
Well, in worldwide terms, not so much. Australia is still one of the small producers worldwide. I believe in Japan that they use over 100,000 tonnes of chestnuts a year.
It's amazing.
And Korea uses a lot, and I believe in Italy it's a similar level. But in Europe and North America, they have big issues with chestnut blight, and they're losing a lot of their trees. So their production is actually shrinking, whereas in Australia our production is increasing. So,
Is that so?
it's good, bodes well for the Australian industry.
Well,
I
there
think.
you go. Now, Peter, tell our viewers a simple recipe that can really, tantalise our taste buds.
Look, some people like to get complicated with what they do, but just for getting started, we'll just try and keep it very simple.
Yes.
Depending on how many people you're serving, we just take per person maybe 4 or 5 chestnuts.
Yes.
Parboil them.
Yes.
Get the water up to a good rolling boil.
How long do we parboil them for?
Well, first of all, we'll get that cutting right. If we get the cutting right, which makes them easy to peel.
Yes, absolutely.
But put them into the boiling water for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, yes.
Can go to 4 minutes.
Yes.
If you go too long, the chestnuts get soft and they get more difficult to peel.
Yes.
3 to 4 minutes is ideal.
Okay.
Then we quickly whip them out of their skins.
Yes.
Straight into a hot pan of olive oil.
Olive oil.
Sea salt.
Sea salt.
Sea salt, the big flaky pieces.
Yes.
Chili, garlic. Fry them off 5 minutes. Beautiful.
That's like doing the olives that Italians love to
Yeah,
do.
very simple, very quick.
How simple, how easy. And you would have those as an afternoon snack? How would
Absolutely, afternoon. If you're so inclined, we can open a bottle of wine if necessary.
Yeah.
If you're at work, we obviously need to stay away from that. But
Yeah.
But
Well, as I was telling you, my grandmother used to always love a glass of beer. I don't know why. I guess that was the marriage between, the sweet, yeasty flavour of beer, maybe. But you love to have tea.
Tea, black tea.
Amazing.
That's my favourite. I love the flavour of chestnuts with tea.
Yeah.
White tea or black tea, no
Because it's
problem.
not competing, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
I find that coffee is not a great match with
No,
chestnuts, but
no.
some people love it. But
Yeah.
certainly for me, black tea and chestnuts is magnificent.
More of a subtle flavour.
Yeah.
Yum.
When we're at work and we can't open a bottle of wine, this is what we do.
Because that's what I do for a living. I open wine all day.
Absolutely, it's a good idea.
And what else? So that's one great recipe. Now, what else can we do with chestnuts?
Well, we eat chestnuts for lunch at work most days, and obviously while you're working, you don't want to be opening bottles of wine, and you want to keep it quick. So we actually have an old vertical griller. They were sold in their millions during the 70s. I remember when my wife and I got married, we got six of them as wedding presents, and we still have one, and it's a very quick and simple way of cooking chestnuts, and they cook both sides at once.
So are they electrified?
Electric, just plug them straight into the socket. You can
Yep.
use them anywhere, and they're a very quick and effective way of roasting a chestnut, and simple. And
How long, once again, does it take?
Oh, very quick. You can roast a chestnut in a vertical griller in about 6 or 7 minutes. Maybe a large chestnut if you get a very big one.
Yes.
Typically little chestnuts, 5 minutes, but a good sized chestnut, 7 or 8 minutes. Both sides are cooked, and because of the high heat in them, once again, it helps with the peeling and makes the job easy.
It's all about the scoring.
Kat, the reason I use the vertical griller at work is we've got limited time at lunchtimes. It's a very quick way of preparing the chestnuts. I have 3 or 4 or 5 chestnuts, cup of tea, beautiful.
Amazing.
Yes.
And on that note, where can our viewers at home buy these amazing chestnuts? How do they get their hands on all these varieties you've been telling me about?
They just go to our website, www.premiumchestnuts.com, and there'll be a list of retailers for Melbourne viewers, and there'll be a list of retailers for the Sydney viewers.
Yeah. So but the products will be signposted as to the varieties, won't they?
Oh, absolutely, and just remember to look for the pink packaging.
There you go. And on that note, love that. On that note, let's go and meet with Kylie. I think it's a great way. We'll have a glass of wine. I want to thank you for all your wonderful words of wisdom, knowledge, because I know that chestnuts are something that people seem to be fearful of, but actually they are the easiest nut or fruit. That's such a confusing thing, but to use, and it's got a multitude of uses. As I said, as restaurateurs, we use them in stuffings, we use them in soups. We use them lots and we sell them lots. But we want to get it out there to the public so that they are not frightened of it. They know how to use them, and really, what a delicious little snack that they actually are.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to you about it.
Oh, it's
been wonderful.
Pleasure. Come back on the show.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, viewers, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Regional Italian Cuisine. We have showcased these amazing little nuts, and on that note, I'm going to have one. And look, remember, it was all about the scoring. Look at that. Look at that. It just comes off, and it peels so easily. We don't need to be frightened of them, do we?
Nope, not at all.
Look at that. The pellicle.
The pellicle.
Pellicle.
That's the bit you don't want to eat.
That's the bit you don't want to eat. But look at that. These are beautiful. The colours are wonderful. Look at that. Yummy. Stay tuned. Enjoy. Thank you. And on that note, I need a glass of wine. Prego. Ciao. Alla prossima. Alla prossima. Beautiful. They're amazing.
They are good.